Today's creative world is music.
Kind of shifting our focus, where do you get inspiration for your projects, and what are the typical steps, I say, to put these productions together from beginning to end?
Well, the inspiration for the role I have now usually comes from the director. The director and the writer kind of have an idea of how they want people to feel when they experience this attraction or show that we're doing. So my job now is to kind of tap into that. How can music make the audience or the intended viewer feel the way they want them to feel? And because I think I have worked in so many environments and kind of have this facility to just sit down and play with people, so a lot of times the director or the writer, they'll kind of come in and I'll just have them at the keyboard in the studio, and we'll be walking through something like a script, and I'll just kind of be playing along, like, what if we put strings to this, or what if we put a little pixie dust here, or what if we put in, a big percussion moment here while I'm playing. And it helps me get into their head by doing that, and then they can say they like it or they don't. It helps them identify and be more definitive with me about what they're looking for. What I've learned in music is that what's natural to me or what's instinctive to me, as far as how to talk about it, it's not as instinctive to other people that are more visual. They just hear stuff. It's like, I just hear clouds blowing in the sky, and I hear a volcano erupting, I hear a da-da-da-da-da, and you're like, okay, how do I make music represent that? So my best way is to just kind of sit down with them and have them give me a yay or nay on things I'm playing. And then I can turn that into kind of the musical picture that supports their visual, the thing they have in their mind is their vision. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's all this talking about creativity is kind of hard sometimes, because it's like you just kind of do it, and you don't really have to talk about how you do it. You just kind of get in this zone, we call it, and everyone's just kind of this idea, like, oh yeah, and you just kind of build on it. And this energy just kind of starts, and everybody, what I do might give them different ideas. Oh yeah, if you do that, then we can add this in. So that's kind of cool.
So could you tell us about your current and future projects?
Well, currently, one thing I'm really excited about, and a new course that I've been in development on called How to Rock Your Music Career. Basically, all the lessons I've learned the past 25 years of kind of coming out to LA, not knowing anyone, networking, and then kind of going from essentially a student to a music producer for a major entertainment company. I've kind of whittled down to, I think, 5 key principles, which are learning collaboration, versatility, self-discipline, marketing, and entrepreneurship. So I developed this course to kind of embody 25 years of experience, like the stuff you don't learn in school. You might learn how to play piano, you might learn how to sing, or even audition, but you don't know how to apply that in a professional creative career. I think that's kind of tough to do. So I did my best in this course to kind of give students who are excited about going into music but might be a little scared. I don't know anybody, and I don't know anyone who's gone into music, to say, if I can do it, you can do it. So please follow your passion, your path, because this industry is so big, especially with new media and social media and YouTube, and we inspire the world. Honestly, I believe music makes the world go round. We need people to follow this path, and we need parents to allow their kids to pursue musical paths, because I know that it's hard. I know it's very hard. But with what we've seen in the past couple of years with the pandemic, and nothing is for certain. You can be a lawyer and not have a job tomorrow. You can be a doctor and not have a job tomorrow. So I think being in a profession that you just have such personal investment in and satisfaction is something that is really a worthwhile endeavor. So.
And like that course, do you have any recommendations for any beginner musicians out there? Any classes or instruments they should take on?
Well, I would say practice on the non-musical skills. Practice on how to be a good collaborator, meaning how do you work with people? How do you make it easy for someone to work with you as a musician? Your teacher might say learn something, and you learn it, right? But how do you take what you've learned and go out there and have people want to say, you know what, can you learn this for me because I need you to play this next week in a session. Learn how to sight read really. If you're an instrumentalist or a singer, learn how to sight read really well. Learn how to be the person that's the easiest person in the room to work with. Learn how to not ask 5,000 questions at the wrong time. Learn how to just figure it out, and if you still have a question, make it off the clock if you're on a session, you know, or not in the middle of a rehearsal that shuts everything down. Like, work on kind of professionalism skills. Work on being versatile. So if you sing, how many different styles can you sing in? If you play one instrument, can you learn another? If you only play one instrument, can you learn? How many different styles can you learn? How many different computer programs can you learn, you know, that for music, you know, Finale, Logic, Pro Tools. How many skills can you improve, you know, on within yourself, so that no matter what someone needs, they'll call you. And if you can't do it, be honest about it, but you can at least refer them to someone who's professional and not feel like, oh, I lost that job. So I think work on the non-musical skills, I think. Work on the professional skills.
And you work a lot in different roles, like music producer, director, and an artist yourself. How do you manage your time? I just had to ask.
Right now, Disney manages my time. Previously, before this role, again, I think it goes back to my music teachers and actually being a classically trained pianist. You know, if I was given a competition I had to prepare for, and I had, say, 60 pieces of music I had to memorize. So you learn, okay, I have to memorize 4 pages a day or 8 pages a day. So that skill of kind of self-discipline and just learning how you learn and learning how you can put your talent into an actionable, like, skills. It's all about time management, project management. So if I have something personally that I want to do, it's just time blocking, honestly. That's just a very simple answer. It's just you had to learn how to be a good time manager, but I learned that through classical piano training.
I had to ask, do you feel nervous, like, when you play something instrument? And, like, do you have something to do, like, when you get nervous? Because I get
When
nervous.
I get nervous? Yeah. Gosh, I get more nervous in instances like this than when I'm playing. And it's actually, I get more nerve-wracked when I'm playing in front of people I know than when I don't know. So, like, playing at the Hollywood Bowl or in a big venue where you don't, like, we play in big arenas with Mannheim. When you don't know people, it's much easier.
Interesting.
So what would I recommend? I think when you're at peace with what you do and you really love what you do, so that becomes like your Zen moment. So instead of, for me, playing, I find personal enjoyment, and it's like I can do this myself. Like, I don't need anyone's help. I get to sit at the piano and I just get to be me. So I don't know if that makes me more relaxed about it. It's kind of like I don't care about them. You know, I don't care what they think. I'm being me. So I don't know if that's, think about what you're doing is, you know, your art, like that's your true self, and you should be the most comfortable being your true self. You know, not being what someone wants you to be or needs you to be, but you're just being your true self. So why would you be nervous about that? It takes a while to get there, but but that's kind of the way it feels for me now.
So, any advice or messages to the younger people who would like to have similar success to yours?
Well, first would be listen to your teachers. Do everything they say, even if it seems like, oh, this is such a silly thing to do. Do it, because you're going to learn from it. The second thing is, like I said, I developed this course, and it's a result of 25 years of experience in the music industry. I'd love you to check it out and see if it might be something that could help you pursue a music career. And you can find that at my website, christycrowl.com/courses. It's just called How to Rock Your Music Career. And third would be, learn who you are as an artist, and if you are a musician, learn who you are as a musician and who you want to be. Pick role models that have integrity and are authentic, and make it your goal, no matter what, to really, really be the best you can be. Don't worry about everyone else. Don't compare yourself to other people, but learn your talent and really pursue being the best you can be, because that's what the world needs.
And where can people, viewers out there, find you? Do you have any resources for them?
Well, I'm on social media. I don't do the TikTok as much. I guess I have to get into that, but I do. So I'm there, but there's nothing there. Social media, just look at christycrowl.com. I have a fan page and an Instagram, so you can find me there. I will be posting more things about the course coming up that you can follow, and that'll be interesting and hopefully kind of give you some tips about getting into the music industry.
Thank you. And this is the last question. The title of the show is Creative World. What does the word creative mean to you?
To me, the word creative means it's kind of a benchmark of being human. So I think I said earlier that to me, being creative kind of makes the world go round. I think it's the benchmark of actually the human process. Whether you're in business or not, you come up with creative solutions to things. We're problem solvers. I think being creative is what defines us as being human. If you're in the creative arts, I think we remind people that we're human, remind people that we feel, we create, we inspire. And if you talk to doctors or scientists and things, they will credit a piece of music, or they will credit some musician that they saw in some form for helping them pursue their studies or for helping them figuring out something in their head. So to me, the word creative is really it's like that's what being human is. Creative.
Wow, thank you so much for the inspiring message. So today's guest was Christy Crowl, a senior music producer for Disney Live Entertainment. Thank you so much, Christy.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me so much.
Thank you.
This episode will be available on YouTube this coming Saturday. For details, please check out our Facebook page. Next, more exciting materials to show you all.